Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brendan Kerin. I'm the cultural representative of Metropolitan Aboriginal Land Council in Redfern, and my role as cultural representative is to welcome everyone onto country. Before I welcome everyone onto country, I'd like to share a little bit about my story. It's a story of a. I'll start off with a little girl at the age of 5 years of age, and that little girl was taken away from her parents along with her brothers and sisters, and they were locked up in a jail for 2 weeks at the age of 5. From there, though, she was sent to Cootamundra Girls' Home, which was a centre, a training centre, where these young ladies and young girls were trained to be servants. And from there, I'll fast forward the story to 1971. This little girl is now a mother and never saw her parents again. And she had a baby at Crown Street Women's Hospital at Surrey Hills. And that baby was taken away from her. And this is where I come into the story. I'm that little baby. And to this day, I never saw my mother again. I never felt her touch. And 7 years ago, I found out I'm one of 10 siblings that have been removed. So for a very long time, I never had a traditional connection to country. Although born in Sydney and lived in Sydney my whole life, I love Sydney. 7 years ago, I found my mother's grave, and one of the aunties that's left alive. And traditionally, my country and my connection to country is a place called Lake Victoria, which is right down in the corner of New South Wales, South Australia, and Victoria. My language group is Murrawarra, and we are a language group of Barkindji. Barkindji, Barker means Darling River, Barkindji, Darling River people. So that's a little bit about my story that I'd like to share. I've met 3 brothers, 1 sister. None of us have spoken for 5 years. And the only thing that I do now every year is to make sure that the next generation, my next generation, know where they come from and have that connection to country. So for me, welcoming to country is I'm always honoured to perform a welcome to country, because 10 years ago, as an Aboriginal person or Aboriginal people, we would never have had the opportunity to perform a welcome to country or even have acknowledgement of country. And I know for a fact that welcome to country 10 years ago would never have been performed by such a good-looking bloke as myself. So I'd like to, this afternoon, welcome everyone here. I'm situated on Gadigal land. And Gadigal is one of 29 clans that make up the Eora Nation. The boundaries for the Eora Nation start from our beautiful harbour in the ocean, and they're surrounded by 3 of the world's most beautiful rivers. We have the Hawkesbury River, the Nepean River, and the Georges River. And in between those 3 mighty and beautiful rivers, we have 29 clans which make up the Eora Nation, and the name of the clan that I'm situated on is Gadigal. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of Metropolitan Aboriginal Land Council, on behalf of its members and the board, I'd like to welcome everyone here to Gadigal land. As a part of my welcome, as well as I mentioned earlier, it's an honour for me as an Aboriginal person to perform a welcome. And part of my welcome, personal welcome, is to play the Yidaki, otherwise known as a didgeridoo. So I'm going to just play a traditional welcome song on the Yidaki. So once again, welcome and thank you for having me, and always an honour.
Wow. Thank you, Brendan. What a beautiful welcome to country. What a beautiful rendition. Welcome, everyone. My name is Cheryl Kavanagh. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a co-chair of Queer Screen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Osseiran. I'm also a co-chair of Queer Screen and the treasurer of Queer Screen, and welcome to the festival.
So we're delighted to be here with you this evening.
We'd like to start by thanking our major sponsors and partners. Our major sponsors and partners for this festival are DoorDash and IVF Australia. Our festival supporters for the festival are listed on the screen. So none of the work that we do can be done without our sponsors and supporters, so we thank them very much.
And a huge thank you to our donors. Everyone who donates to Queer Screen, let it be known that all of your funds go towards really worthy causes. So a lot of our grants and donations go towards our filmmaker initiative, so our completion fund and our pitch off. So a massive thank you to our True Love donors and our top 100 donors. Everyone here, you're a rock star and we appreciate it. Thank you. We'd also like to thank our members. So we have members all year round, our Super Deluxe members and our Deluxe members. If you would like to join the Queer Screen family and become a member, please do so. We are a family and we love our members.
Thanks, Cheryl. And in addition to our sponsors, our members and donors and supporters, a huge thank you to the board of Queer Screen, so myself and Cheryl, Angela, the secretary, Cameron, Finn, Ian, Mike, Wolsey, Roger Gadigan, and also to our board associates, Brody, David, Erica and Saro, and of course, our amazing staff. We've got Lisa, the festival director, who you'll hear more from shortly, Paul, our sponsorship director, Vicky, our operations manager, Zen in digital strategy, Louise in PR, Missy in design, and DLO for our amazing website. And one of the key things our staff and our board have been working really tirelessly on is our disability and inclusion action plan. So thanks for those that have completed the survey. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of the amazing changes as we put that into action.
Yeah, and we're delighted to have an online event, this Queer Screen Film Fest. It's super exciting for everyone who can't make it to the cinema or even further afield. If we've reached you in other states or in regional New South Wales, we're delighted to have you on board. We're delighted you could join us, and we're super excited for the festival. So without further ado, the person you really want to hear from, which is the festival director and responsible for all the programming and the hard work behind the scenes, Lisa Rose.
Muted. Oh, rookie error. I was muted. I've appeared on the screen. Whoa. I'm wearing too many hats, pressing too many buttons. Thank you, Cheryl and Abs, for that wonderful introduction. I'm going to send you off the screen now.
Can I just say, we forgot to say
yes.
A big thank you to DLO, Lisa. A big shout out to DLO on the website.
Oh, yeah, they are fabulous. Good old DLO. We love DLO. And then while we're here, that was such a beautiful welcome to country. I'm going to pop a couple of comments up from people thanking Uncle Brendan for the fabulous, fabulous welcome, which was beautiful. Okay. All right. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I've got too many buttons to press. There we go. Done. I'm done. All right. It is 2021 and it's time to keep calm and stay queer. Until Sunday, September 26, you can binge over 40 LGBTIQ plus films as we screen them nationally on demand. Bringing the world to all of us who currently cannot travel, the festival showcases films from 17 countries in 18 different spoken languages and hosts no less than 22 Australian premieres. Everyone in our community has been impacted by the pandemic, and we're really delighted to be able to create an online festival to help us get through these rather challenging times. I'm very thankful to the producers, sales agents, filmmakers, and distributors who agreed to let us share their work on smaller screens than usual. And I am grateful that we can bring some fantastic new and also some much loved encores to people all around the country. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Okay. All right. Let me talk about some of the films just quickly. Here's a question for you. Did you know that an online film can sell out? Not normally, no. But in film festival land, they can. And they can sell out because of the fact that we have licensing arrangements with all of the filmmakers and the classification board as well. So it means that they can sell out. And so I'm going to tell you right now that these two on screen, Beto, which is a beautiful film from Switzerland about cultural clashes, that is very nearly about to sell out. So if you wanted to see it, make sure you get a ticket. And Kiss Me Before It Blows Up is a wonderful film. It's a film about spontaneous romantic misadventures. And who doesn't love those? That is another one that is very much going to sell out. So if you want to see it, you need to grab yourself a ticket. Are you wanting to see some top quality dramas? Then I suggest you see these three. Summer of '85 is a dive headfirst and heart first into a nostalgia-filled tale of love and obsession. And then you can get to know the bisexual creator of The Moomins in the biopic Tove and be deeply moved by the wonderful Dear Tenant from Taiwan. You also do not want to miss these gems. People always ask me what's the films I should not miss in the festival, and these are two of them that you absolutely should not miss, particularly Aid Stever, The Legend of Connie Norman. It is an incredible documentary and about an incredible non-binary trans woman who was pivotal in the LA ACT UP movement. I highly recommend that you watch it. And be inspired by it as much as I was and all of the programming team was. It was the highest rated film from the programming team in the festival. And Lola is a beautiful film about a young trans woman reconnecting with her estranged father. It recently won the Audience Award at Frameline, the largest LGBTIQ film festival in the world. We have some encores for you this festival. These two wonderful films. The one on the left, Free Fall, is one of our biggest sellers and also is probably in danger of selling out. It is a very sexy film, as you can see by the sexy image I've chosen to use to market it. So please, definitely watch it. It's from Germany and it's from the 2014 Mardi Gras Film Festival. And the one on the right, The Circle, which is the film that I'm probably the most excited about bringing back so more people can get to know it. It is an incredible docudrama that was one of our most loved opening night films from Mardi Gras Film Festival. So please, please come and watch those films. If you're looking for something a little bit lighter, then I recommend checking out these three encores that I've brought back. They're all, they're not all, but they are all lighter films. There's the front cover is a wonderful romantic comedy from Ray Yong, the director of Suk Suk. And then we have Signature Move, which is also a really fun rom-com. And then we have an absurd comedy reimagining the life of Emily Dickinson, starring Molly Shannon in Wild Nights with Emily. And probably the lightest thing you can watch in the program, which I know we probably need some of that, is the comedy shorts. Do not miss the comedy shorts. I went back and got the best comedy shorts that we have played over the last 7 years across our two festivals. Prepare to roll around on the floor laughing or smiling. Hopefully you smile at least. There's a whole bunch of other shorts packages. There's a wonderful package of the trans and gender diverse shorts. Some of the best films in the program are in this very shorts package, so do not miss it. The lesbian shorts, as you can see from these images, cover a diverse range of people from a diverse age and race spectrum, so please absolutely watch that package. And the gay shorts, people always ask me, are there any films in the program that deal with the pandemic? We only have one, and it is in this package. It is the delightful film Beat 97, with that man staring wistfully out the window on his 97th day of lockdown. I think some of us can relate. Once you've watched a film, it's really important that you vote in the Audience Award. So you can vote. We have 3 awards. There's an Audience Award for Best Documentary, Best Narrative Feature, and Best Short. You do so in the app or in your account on the website. There are also instructions on the website. And are you excited? You've seen a lot of films. You're super excited. You want to watch them all. What you should do, get an all-in pass. Why don't you do that? It's only $99 or $85 for members, and then you have the chance to be able to watch all the films in the program. So do that. And we don't just have films in the program, people. We have exciting things like panels and Q&As. These are just a few of them that are coming up. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be talking about sex at 10 a.m. because that's what you should do on a Friday morning with the team from A Sexplanation. And do not miss the fantastic panel on Saturday night at 6:30 where we're going to be talking with a bunch of Australian women in music about the wonderful film Fanny, The Right to Rock. And then next week, there is a In Conversation with the director from AIDS Diva, the legend of Connie Norman. So check that out. As Abs mentioned, we are working on a DUAP plan. And one of the things that's important is to have films with open or closed captions, I should say. So closed captions are available on these 4 English language packages, the Fanny, The Right to Rock, A Sexplanation, Comedy Shorts, and Beautiful Dreamer. And we always want to support filmmakers. So we have our pitch off. The Queer Screen Pitch Off, where we give away $10,000 in funding to the Australian short filmmakers. And there will be 6 finalists that we will be announcing on Sunday. And then the following Sunday, you can watch them live pitch to a jury to win $10,000 in funding. Last year's was fantastic. We had so many people engaged with it and watching. So please tune in next Sunday at 11 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And then you also have, if you want to test your brain, come along to the Queer Screen Trivia Night, which will be hosted on Zoom next Thursday, a week from today, in fact. If you want to know anything and everything about the festival, the best thing to do is to head to our website and go to the festival info page. It's got all the things that you possibly could need, your streaming FAQs, everything about passes and the app and accessibility. So how can you get involved with the festival beyond enjoying it and watching the films? Well, there's a couple of ways. One of the things you could do is you can come and laugh. Look at us laughing at this halfway hangout that we staged this photo for. It is going to be fun. Come along. We will chat about the films. We'll chat about life. We'll have some connections so that we can all feel a little bit of normalcy. What you can also do is you can obviously send in some pictures of how fabulous you look in our festival T-shirt, which you can get through a partnership we have with Rainbow Roo, just $30. You can keep calm and stay queer forever. If you take any pictures of yourself in the T-shirt or you're set up at home, then the best thing to do is to use the Queer Screen hashtag QSF21 for this festival. And there we have it. I also would just like to take a quick moment to thank a couple of people. I want to thank the board, directors and associates for their support and countless hours of work. I want to thank all the volunteers in whatever part of the festival or the organisation they help. All of our partners, the wonderful team who helped me with the programming, our fabulous intern Harvey, Bowden, who's been doing social media. And I just want to thank all of my fellow staff, Zen and Louise and Missy, and Paul and Vicky, and my wonderful family, my daughter Bowie, and my very wonderful wife, Annika. So thank you to them. People have been sending comments in, but I just haven't been paying attention. What's happened? What's the name of the film that won Frameline? Lola. I didn't say the name of the film, did I? You're correct. I did not say the name of the film. The film is Lola. Please see it. Evelyn is booking films while you speak. Well, that's good. Thanks, Evelyn, for booking the films. What's Cameron saying? Cameron, I'm not sure what James is talking about with this and the gay shorts. A good package, yeah. Everybody enjoy the films. All right. Giovanni has said Freefall and The Circle are such great movies. The Circle is a must. I do agree. Everyone is excited. Excellent. Happy. All right, everybody. It's pretty much time to go now because it's past 7 o'clock. You know what that means? All of your films are sitting there ready for you to watch on demand. So you have to watch all of the films by 11:59 p.m. Sunday, the 26th of September. Once you press play on a film, you have 72 hours to watch it. So I think Tony has covered it. by saying enjoy. I agree. Everybody, have a fabulous time. I hope you enjoy the festival. Please engage with us on social media, and I hope you take care. And that's it. That's all I've got. That's the end. I'm gonna press a button, look somewhere. Happy festival.